Sir, I'm going to ask you to turn off the camera, please.
Oh,
this is security. No, security, we don't film.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay.
Can you delete it?
Well,
Can you delete it?
No.
Yeah, you need to delete it. It's security here. You can't film.
Why would I?
Because this is security. When you go to the airport, do you film inside?
Okay, then. Well, we have a policy of not deleting our footage.
No, but this is security here. This is security. You can't film. Anything beyond security, you're allowed to do anything you want. But anything here, you can't film. You can't take pictures. I'm going to ask you to delete it.
David Menzies for Rebel News near Parliament Hill, not on Parliament Hill, and that is the crux of the matter. You see, just earlier, my cameraman Maurizio and I, we went to the one non-gated off area here on Parliament Hill to get in, and much to my surprise, I couldn't believe it actually, it's airport style security. They frisk you down, they have the metal detector wand, and why? This is the hill of the people. And if you look around, it is just mostly families. Ottawa, by the way, is anything but festive right now. In fact, it resembles a police state. You would think here we are just 2 days away from Dominion Day, and you'd think there'd be a celebratory mood in the area. You'd think that people would be looking forward to ice cream and fireworks, but it's kind of somber. And I think the reason is that if you look at how many metal or rather concrete blocks are cordoning off streets, how many fences there are, and like I said, airport security just to go on Parliament Hill. Now, I had a discussion with the female constable with the Parliamentary Protective Service, and what was fascinating, I told her I heard a rumor that there are no flags allowed on the hill this Dominion Day weekend, and she said, well, that's not entirely true. If you have a Canadian flag, that's okay, but there are other flags, and so I added this to the discussion, like We the Fringe, the F. Trudeau flags, and she basically said, yeah, that'd be a good example of something that's banned. And I said, why? And she said, well, why would we essentially allow that on the Hill? Oh, maybe that little thing called freedom of speech, freedom of expression. So it's uncanny that the Parliamentary Press Service is acting almost as thought police, as censors of what you can and cannot put on a flag. I asked, what about the Ukrainian flag? A lot of people are standing in solidarity with the, Ukraine. Would that be allowed? She wasn't so certain. So I wonder if there's some kind of flag list here in Ottawa for Dominion Day weekend, what you can wave and what you cannot wave. Maybe the flag of a country or a country we like is okay, but a flag that's mean to the Trudeau Liberals, oh, no, that's offside. So again, wasn't expecting this at all. And by the way, I was recording our interaction, and because that was recorded and because we wouldn't surrender our electric devices to have that footage scrubbed, yeah, I know, Bill C-11 isn't even law yet, and they're looking to scrub our camera footage and our cell phone footage. So maybe is it like sort of like the We the Fringe flags or the F Trudeau flags? Would that, the We the Fringe, the F Trudeau flags, would that be under the ban maybe? Or?
Pretty sure it would.
Okay.
But I'm not sure. I would probably double check with the supervisor or something. These are all, there's so many different things that are not allowed, and if I'm not sure, I just double check with the supervisor, but I wouldn't see why it would be allowed. There's a big list. Sure, but there's a full list of all the items that are allowed and not allowed here.
Sure.
So if
but I would just be really personally interested in the flag policy, man. Just you see a lot of Ukrainian flags. People are standing in solidarity with Ukraine, right? Would that be allowed? Or?
For sure, yeah.
Oh, okay, all right.
Sir, I'm going to ask you to turn off the camera, please.
Oh,
this is security. No, security, we don't film.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay.
Can you delete it?
Well,
Can you delete it?
No.
Yeah, you need to delete it. It's security here. You can't film.
Why would I?
Because this is security. When you go to the airport, do you film inside?
Okay, then. Well, we have a policy of not deleting our footage. Like,
No, but this is security here. This is security. You can't film. Anything beyond security, you're allowed to do anything you want. But anything here, you can't film. You can't take pictures. I'm going to ask you to delete it.
Therefore, for the rest of the night, we are not allowed on Parliament Hill. Can you believe that? Fancy that. We cannot go on the Hill of the People. We'll try again tomorrow. I guess now that we know the rules, we won't be doing any recording. But does this sound like Ottawa, Canada? Or does it sound like, oh, I don't know, Venezuela, North Korea, Havana? I mean, it is absolutely outrageous, the attacks on our fundamental freedoms and liberties. It's kind of funny that this is the 40th anniversary of the Charter of Rights and Freedoms that Justin's father, Pierre Elliott Trudeau, brought in. Looks like that's going through the paper shredder these days, or it's being used to line the birdcage on Parliament Hill. But in any event, we're here for the weekend. Maurizio's already with me. We got William, who's just knocking it out of the park by scrubbing Liberal MPs. They run for their lives like they just saw a ghost or something when they see William with a microphone. Efren will be here, as well as other rebels. And folks, I'm going to reach out to you and make a plea. If you can go to ottawareports.ca, that's ottawareports.ca. That's where we'll archive all our footage. But it does cost money for this entire rebel team to come here, but we think it's necessary. You're never going to see the reportage of that outrage that just happened to Maurizio and I from the likes of the CBC and CTV and Global. So if you can kick in $1 or $3, I would greatly appreciate that, so we can continue to bring you the other side of the story. For Rebel News, I'm David the Menzoid Menzies.